And I will solve the homework 1 problem 1, and we are given that the probability A is greater than 0 and less than 1, and the probability B is greater than 0 and less than 1. So the question wants us to prove that if the probability A given B complement plus a probability A complement given B equals to 1, and use this we could prove that probability AB equals to probability A multiply probability B. And we also need to prove that if we're given that probability AB equals to probability A times probability B, we could derive that probability A given B complement plus probability A complement given B equals to 1. So from the beginning, that we know that the conditional probability equation is probability A given B equals to probability AB divided by probability B. So use that, we could rewrite this equation like this. And we also know that probability B equals to probability A complement B plus probability AB, and probability A equals to probability AB plus probability AB complement. Probability B complement equals to 1 minus probability B. So we could also rewrite this equation like this, and it's equals to 1. So we could multiply 1 minus probability B times probability B on both sides of this equation, and we could get this long equation. And after we write this equation, we found there are many consolations we could do. We could do some consolations like this two part and this two part. So finally, we got the probability A times probability B equals to probability AB. And the next part is we need to prove this. And probability A equals to probability AB plus probability AB minus B complement. Probability B equals probability AB plus probability A complement B. So we could also so we know that probability AB equals probability A minus probability AB complement. Probability AB equals probability B minus probability A complement B. So we use these two equations and rewrite the first one. We will get probability A minus probability AB complement equals to probability A times probability B, and 1 minus probability. So we could divide probability A on both sides of this equation. We could get this equation, and use this equation. We know we could also write it, and 1 minus B probability B equals probability B complement. So we could get this equation, and we know that probability A equals to probability A given B complement, because this equation we know that this is a conditional probability equation. We could use this to get probability A equals to probability A given probability B complement. And we also could rewrite this equation like this. Use this. So finally, we got in this equation we divide probability B on both sides of this equation. We got 1 minus probability A complement B divided by probability B equals to probability A. And rewrite this, so we got 1 minus probability A equals to probability A complement given B. And in this equation, both of these two equations, we know that probability, so we know probability A complement given B plus probability B, probability A given B complement equals to 1. And finally, we prove this both of these two equations. So that's it. Thank you.